Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh's offense will get first crack at it here. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
The Panthers will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Holstein. This pass is caught by the back, but not in bounds, and it'll be fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So Florida State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And, David, they've got a receiver that, if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Now, you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. It's a running room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
The screen, he's got wheels. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off covered. But you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Rush is on him. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. This time on target. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Seminoles.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Hit right back to the line.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to
running free. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. A first down run on the doorstep. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone. 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. The pitch. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. With the catch, it's Webster. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now facing a third and long. To the air. It's Castellanos. Fires deep toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Here's the heat. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And he was flat and missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. The option look. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Hey, some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception of the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They take over a lead and they have enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Just a short pass to the tight end. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets him down to the 48.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible. You know he can make it.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That's caught. It's Webster. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hands, it's Lee. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. And this is a weird move. They're sending out the field goal unit here. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And the Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Castellanos. The throw. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. The Noles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you.
Open field on the right. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. The very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
Quickly complete. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Pitt pushing the base. On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Snagged in the middle, it's Robinson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, give on the inside. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Running back searching for a hole. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Got it in the middle, it's McCoy. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Florida State. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small. But the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Lost to throw on first down. Escapes the sack. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Pitt right back to the line.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Safe completion on the screen. It's a seam wide open. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Quarterback on the keeper. Makes it past the marker. Inside the 45. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Panthers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Back to throw. It's Holstein. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Seminoles come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wide receiver going in motion. He's going to look for a man on third and short. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker. It's White. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
On the option. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
And the Noles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Seminoles decide to punt it away.
Number 43 on to kick it away.
Kick is in the air. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Okay, one possession game. Got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
I just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late.
QB slicing. No gain on the play. Brings up.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Pitt! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I know it hasn't always been pretty for this guy throughout the course of the game, but David, he has shown tremendous mental toughness. He just keeps going back on the field, and he keeps taking his shots. He looked really good on that last drive, throwing the football, and now gives his team the lead.
And he has struggled. That's his first passing touchdown. But in the moment when his team needed it the most, in a 2-minute drill when it's the hardest, he puts it together, goes down the field, and takes the lead for his football team.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. 3 consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of the